that should have.
Yeah, it was.
And we're ready.
We're ready?
Yep.
Good morning. Call the regular staff meeting Monday, October 6th to order. Commissioner Wright, hopefully we'll be back tomorrow. We'll see how that goes if his flight gets in tonight. Our first item on the agenda is warrant review. And Misty, is there any changes or corrections or anything? Okay. With that, we'll go to page 1 of 1. Questions on page 1. I have a couple, but somebody can go first.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, go ahead.
first item, Beyond the Edge Landscape and Design, mowing, weed trimming. This is its story, and it's $4,000 a month for lawn care up there. I'm thinking that's pretty exuberant.
Is that per month? That's what I wanted to know too.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Arce, my understanding is this is a contract that the Parks and Rec Board agreed to. They had put out to bid landscape / mowing, and there were no takers. And so they went out a second time, and this was the only one. So they agreed to it, but I didn't know about it until I actually saw the first invoice.
And that is per month?
That is correct. So we're what, October now, so this will probably be the last one, but still, yeah, that's rather excessive.
Mr. Chairman,
Mm-hmm.
so maybe there'd be an opportunity to go back out to bid this spring.
I would highly recommend
I would
it.
hope so, yeah. I would hope so because, yeah.
Mr. Chairman, I think, sorry.
Go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, as the liaison to the Parks and Rec Board, I certainly will be bringing it up as well.
Yeah.
So I agree.
I certainly might be willing to haul my lawnmower out there for $4,000 a month. Yeah, okay,
Mr.
go ahead.
Chairman, I just had a question on the Peak Power Sports UTV.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Jennings, we had an opportunity last year during the Elk Fire. There were a lot of community members who were unsure how to assist with the efforts. And so there was a lot of donations given. Those were split between the sheriff, the emergency management, and search and rescue. Jesse and I looked through this, and we were trying to find a way to find something that would utilize shared efforts. And so this UTV is purchased with the portion that emergency management receives, but it's actually for the benefit of any emergency entity. So whether that's the sheriff, search and rescue, emergency management, if a fire department needed it, the sheriff's department has access to the building where it's being stored. So it was no tax dollars whatsoever. This is all donated funds, and we were trying to find a way that would benefit more than just emergency management.
Mr. Chairman, Cameron, thank you. And I just want to say thank you to the community. I mean, it's great to see them supporting the county.
I would add in there, that would be nice if that word actually was out in like the press or some publication as to our thanks to the community, that this was something that was donated by members of the community too.
That's great.
Yep.
I had one question, and the direct cremation indigent, we do get reimbursed for that, correct?
Mr. Chairman, yes, we do, but those are filed in July, so we have to pay the expense for the year, and then with all the cases that are going on, if we have an opportunity to recoup some of those funds, then we won't file a reimbursement. But at this point, this particular case, we have not received a reimbursement.
Okay, but that is reimbursable, so, okay, very good, thank you. Any more questions on page 1?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman,
Go
I
ahead.
had one other question, and this is more just for clarification. Town and country fencing, half cost of the fencing, it looks like to me, are we paying the full amount and then we'll get reimbursed for the half of that? Cameron, do you know if that's?
Mr. Chairman,
Go ahead.
Commissioner Jennings, I'm going to defer to.
Yeah, we should only be paying half of that.
Correct.
Right.
Mr. Chairman, that was my question. I wasn't sure where that was at.
So it's the property between where the Flying Cowboys is
yeah.
and that the neighbor immediately to the south. That fence was in very poor disrepair, and he did get bids to replace it. And I mean, it's obviously half our fence.
I'm just drawing a blank on the.
But
exact-
it should only be half the cost of that. That was the total cost. And so half the cost of that should be $3,400. And I don't know, did you ever hear back from that guy when I talked to
We
him?
did get a W-9, so
Okay.
I want to follow up on this one to make sure that we truly only paid half of it.
Okay, yeah, because the amount that we pay should be half of that. Yes. Okay? All right. Any other questions? Thank you. Page 2. Or, yeah, page 1 of 9, I guess I can't read it very good down there. Page 2 of 9?
Oh, yes, I do that.
Okay.
I noticed there's a pretty big jump on Advanced Correctional Healthcare Incorporated. They're normally around 27,000, 28,000 a month, and now all of a sudden we're at almost 37,000 a month. So it's $10,000 difference. So I'm just curious about
Mr.
that.
Sheriff's coming up.
Sheriff will chime in on it.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, Levi Dominguez, Sheridan County Sheriff. So every year on those, most of our contracts go up by anywhere between 5 to 7%, is what we see. And when they were negotiating this come July 1st of the fiscal year, it was up to 7%. I think Deputy County Attorney Clint Fever, we looked at the contract, and within the contract, we were trying to negotiate a flat 5% rate increase. That occurred over a few months, and we're billed quarterly. And so we just signed that contract, I think last month, so it was back pay from July up through. And so that's what that was, I believe, from Lieutenant Gibbons, talking to him. So that should have been established July 1st. We were negotiating that, and instead of paying a 7% increase, we're now at 5%.
Okay, thank you, Levi.
No, that's good. I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Mr. Chairman,
Yeah.
may I go back to that fencing?
Uh-huh.
Looking at the bill here, I did write down that it was the half the amount, 3426, but it looks like the check was cut for 6852. So we're gonna have to follow up with Town and Country to get a refund on that.
Okay,
Sorry about that.
okay, thank you. Okay, any more on page 2? I did it, oh, no, page 3. Go to page 3. And the coroner's not here. There was a Waco conference registration for Dr. Bird, which is fine with me, but I didn't see him there, so I just wondered if there was an issue why he didn't go to the conference or whatever. Maybe he was there and I didn't see him, but I was there the whole time, and I did you see him there, Renee?
Mr. Pro Tem,
Yeah.
I'm working with Waco to get it refunded.
Okay,
The problem is the credit card bill still has to be paid in full.
okay,
And Waco did make the exception, and he did have a reason for not attending.
okay.
So I'm assisting with that. I just started working on that at the end of last week.
Okay, very good,
I
thank
wasn't
you.
aware of it, but I'm working
Thank
on
you.
it.
All right, very good. All right, anything else on page, whatever it is? Page 8, it said, but then we should go to, and the next page.
Building and maintenance?
Yeah, the one that says building and maintenance at the top. Next page, it says road and bridge at the top. Next page, it says total commercial air service at the top. Next page, capital facilities. Next page, total for grants. Next page, page 9 of 9. Okay, and any questions on the airport expenses? Okay, anything else on warrant review? All right, that'll be completed. We'll go on to staff and elected reports, and we'll start with Mark.
Thank you, board and board members, Mark Reed, County Planner. Planning and Zoning Commission did meet last Thursday with 4 items. Their action on, 3 CUPs, included, the Wyandotte Beats Tower, that was recommended for approval. You'll see that actually tomorrow on your agenda. The, knucklehead storage, proposal on, is that, can't think of the name of the road. Anyway, it was recommended for denial, on Bee Creek Road, I'm sorry. You'll see that on November 5th. And then Peak Performance Vet, CUP on Bird Farm Road. They did not have a recommendation on that one, could not come up with a motion. Anyway, you'll see that one as well. It moves ahead on November 5th as well. So there was a variance in the Powderhorn from Creekside Operating. They received a recommendation for approval. You'll see that on October 21st. On old items, the Farrow subdivision, as you'll recall, you still were requiring a fencing agreement on that. We did receive a signed, executed agreement between the 2 adjoining owners. So with that, we'll be bringing that one down for plat signatures. So anyway, they came to terms apparently. So let's see. Yeah. I guess we've got that pickup bid for your consideration later. That's all I've got this one.
Pretty good. I have a couple questions, well, one, I guess. On that they didn't make a motion on the veterinary clinic thing, so then do we take that as a denial, or we just have to
Good
deal with
question.
it?
I don't know what the legal upshot of that is. It is a no recommendation, and they made a motion to approve. There was no second. We only had 3 commissioners, planning commissioners that night, so no motion to second it. Then there was a motion to table, no second on the tabling motion, and so that was it.
Do we have a recommendation? We'll just deal with it.
Mr. Chairman, I think this has happened once before, fairly recently, and it just comes to you with no recommendation at all.
I guess that's right. I remember that,
One way or
yeah.
the other.
Yeah.
And I'll just comment, because I know Marcus and Andrew struggle with this almost month to month. You know, you have 5 commissioners that you've appointed, and I think the size of the board is not random. You want to have 5 people because of issues like, well, there wasn't a second. Well, the more people you have on the board, the more likely there's going to be a second. When you have a bare minimum quorum, we seem to be running into this more and more and more, where there's not a second, or somebody has to recuse themselves because we have a lot of people with conflicts that you've appointed to that commission. And it's going to be a real problem, I think, for the functionality of that board. So when people don't come, and a lot of times we're looking at the door, will they show up or not? It's a problem, and I don't know what the solution is, but I know, Nick, you and I were talking right before.
Right.
Somebody represents, I know because you always ask them.
Yeah.
That's always the first question. Do you have the time to commit to that? Oh, yeah, I do. And then I guess we have a pending request to be gone for 3 months. So that's a problem.
Yeah.
Mark, do we have, and I don't even know if we can do this, but a requirement that they can't miss more than 3 meetings or something?
In their bylaws, there's unexcused 3 absences. I suspect, I guess, if they're, and I don't know who excuses them, but
Right.
in the bylaws, it says 3 unexcused absences, the board can relieve them from their duties. And that's the only provision I see in there. But I suspect since it's your appointment, you could
Right.
probably say, hey.
Well, maybe we'll just keep checking in with you and see who the regular offenders are.
Could we get like a
Roll call.
summary
Bylaws.
of the roll call of how many meetings people have missed? Can we get that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think that'd be worth looking into. And I mean, if nothing else, I'd certainly be willing to make a phone call to them and say, are we gonna have an issue, or
Yeah.
can you start coming to the meetings, or if not, can we replace you? You know, I mean,
Right.
or something of that form, just out of courtesy, but I haven't seen one in a long time where it said there was 5 people there, and we have a 5-person board.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Staff,
okay,
you know, we try to accommodate, we contact them well before the meeting, make sure we do have a quorum. If it looks like we don't, then obviously we're looking at rescheduling, right?
right.
And so, yeah, can be a concern. So, and then, you know, it's unfair to the applicants. in a lot of
Absolutely.
ways, Because these people are spending time, effort, money to get their project on the road.
No, we need to have a group. I mean, I understand certainly being gone once in a while for an excused reason, but
Yeah.
it seems like we've never had a full one in a long time.
Yeah, it's.
Okay,
Mr. Chairman,
yeah.
2 questions. Does Planning and Zoning Board have a set of bylaws that they have adopted and
Yeah.
is it, okay?
They're actually adopted by you guys.
Can we?
Yeah,
I
but
don't
you
have a copy of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Could I get, yeah?
Yeah, you guys actually
The other
do
thing,
the bylaws for them, so.
Yeah.
the other question I have is, this application for on Brook Farm Road, it was all the paperwork in order with your office and DBQ and that, is their application ready to go, I guess?
Is that the vet
The
clinic?
vet clinic?
Yes, it was a complete
So
application.
it's ready for?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, sure is. Yeah, it was not, their consideration didn't have to do with a complete application. That's not why the P and Z failed to make a recommendation, so that was not an issue. So,
Okay, thank you.
yeah, you bet. We never schedule anything until the application's complete, so.
Okay.
All right, anything else for Mark this morning? Okay, thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Morning, Chairman, Pro Tem, I guess, and on the board, and Muller County Engineer. One thing I got is got a contact from White Hot Local Government. We're not gonna get any CMAQ funding this year. The selection committee has voted the 2 counties that normally that aren't getting it this year, so.
Wow.
They've changed up their application process and they've gone to this point system. So we fell out, so. I met with them, we had a Zoom meeting and went through. I feel confident that we can get back on the funding next cycle around, just because of the way they're doing it now, the points and stuff.
Mr. Chairman?
Go ahead.
Remind me that amount where we were hovering.
Well, our application was always around 300 to 330,000, but based on the number of applicants and stuff, we were getting around 200. I think the lowest we got one year was 196,
Okay.
and I think last year we got 205 or 250 maybe
Okay.
or something. Yeah, so,
Hmm.
yeah, it's kind of went a different way than what I think they were expecting. There's a couple of counties they told me are getting upwards of $500,000 for dust control, so,
Wow.
yeah, so. Like I said, I think we can get back on there, they've placed a lot of emphasis on this point system and these Google files that you gotta submit with them and stuff, and so.
Okay.
But we'll, me and Ronnie will meet and we'll see how we can do to kind of soften the blow of that fill
Yeah,
that
well-
gap and see, but
Yeah, it's a
There'll be some
nature
roads that-
issue.
yeah, there'll be some roads that we definitely won't be able to do that we normally do, I'm assuming, so.
Well, that also hurts our relationship with the contractor that does it for us too and everything else, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, might have
Yeah, yeah.
$500,000 worth of work to do somewhere
Go to
else.
some other county, yeah.
So, the rec board had some signs made up for Bear Davis Park and asked that we would get them up. Road and Bridge did get those up, so they're up and stuff and look good. So they're the informative signs and rules sign, since they put some rules on Bear Davis Park, so those are up. Road and bridge out, grading roads, taking advantage of this moisture, so.
Mr. Chairman?
Hopefully that will help the public perception. I've had some calls. Yeah.
And I had a conversation with Ken last week and Levi. This is regarding Penrose. Now that it's a county road, we have signs that are there illegally in a county easement. So I've had questions about the process to either get those removed, questions about the travel study, which Ken, you had said under Act 81, it allowed us to place some temporary signs and wait for a year to do our study because we'll want to do it when there's the most traffic, which would be next summer. So I don't know if you have anything else to add to that discussion. There was one of those green pedestrian dudes right on the road. So whoever's clearing snow this week for those folks has to probably get out and move the little dude. And then I don't know what we do about, I think there's a 15-mile-an-hour sign and a 10-mile-an-hour sign, but they're private residence sign. So thoughts, comments?
Yeah, the statute that they enrolled, that Act 81 allows this board to set a temporary speed limit. That's less than 35 miles an hour until you do a traffic study. So I think, just take advantage of that myself. And I didn't see the 10-mile-an-hour one. I did see the 15-mile-an-hour ones that the residents put up. And I don't know what would be wrong with them just using those. But that'd be my question is whether it's fine to use those. As far as the little green slow guy, I'll have to defer. I don't know if that's legal or not legal or what. So, they've had that up in the past, and I've never heard the road and bridge guys complain about it. So I don't know how big an issue it is. I doubt it'll stay there all winter. But.
And then as a part of that travel study, there's a resolution that we would need to pass to do that. Sorry, I'm trying to remember your email.
Yeah, I think if you want to do something temporarily, like we just discussed, I think you have to put it in the resolution.
Okay.
So it can be enforced, And, I was just up there last week and, 15 miles an hour on that road is real reasonable, I think.
Okay.
I think the residents did sign it pretty reasonable. You go any faster than that, and I think you're creating a dangerous situation for yourself. But yeah, next year when we do the traffic study, we'll study it. And then we'll have a recommendation for you, and then another resolution to get a permit.
And the citizen that called was happy with 15 miles per hour, but, didn't know if it had to be official county signs and not private. I can't remember what they look like, but more private-ish looking.
Yeah, I mean, they're the regulatory color. They're black and white, black letter. Size might be, if you dive into the weeds of the legal sign, the size might be an issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Levi's got something for you.
Yeah.
Commissioners, Levi Dominguez, Sheridan County Sheriff. And I think Ken spoke to it well. I would probably recommend some sort of resolution in order for our deputies to be able to enforce whatever is up there for that road, because I've seen in court where folks have challenged that. Speaking to the signs, I would also recommend that we ensure we can get with Ken and to make sure that those signs are what is recommended. I think there is guidelines for those signs, because I have seen it in court as well, where individuals will challenge that. And I've seen it be challenged even on signs within, WIDOT state highways. And if they're not placed correctly, those types of, citations or whatever are dismissed in court, because when they look back at the regulations, those signs that WIDOT placed may not have been placed properly. So while they might be the same color, if they're not placed where they should be placed, could create an issue in court for our staff if we were to enforce that. I think 15 miles per hour is fine. Talking about the little green guy, as long as it's not, causing a traffic, a safety hazard, our deputies don't ever, ask folks to remove those. If it's, put out in the driving lane, hey, let's move it. But if it's off into the right of way, we think that folks within those neighborhoods are doing something good of just reminding folks that there's, people there and they keep it slow. So we're not ever looking at that unless it's actual traffic hazard. But those would be my recommendations.
So, between you and Ken, you guys can look into what we need to have a legal sign, okay?
Yep.
Correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. And then, so Clint, can we put together a resolution that says that we at least for now set that at 15 miles per, seems to be both their recommendations, 15 miles an hour is reasonable.
That would be my thought.
And then we could pass that at a meeting and then we'd be good to go. Okay?
Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you. You have anything else? Any other joy to spread to us, Ken? Misty? Ida?
Yes, thank you. Ida Shuck Thompson, County. Ida Shuck Thompson, County Program Recorder. Mr. President and Commissioners, I do have an update from the Wyoming Liquor Division, a correspondence that I received on Friday, October 3rd. I did forward it to you right before the board meeting. I did respond in receipt of. It is the 2024 Census Report information, which goes into effect October 1st, 2025. It's quite a bit of information to read, but in a nutshell, because the Liquor Division has received the official year 2024 revised census figures from the Department of Administration and Information and Economic Analysis Division. The Wyoming Liquor Division uses that information, census information, pursuant to Wyoming state liquor laws to determine retail as well as bar and grill liquor license authorizations for all licensing authorities, including our county. So you will see one of the attachments has highlighted jurisdictions, had changes to the authorized quantity of retail and or bar and grill licenses. And on page 3 of that report, you'll see that Sheridan County is going to be increasing the retail liquor licenses authorized by 2. So we will now have 22 retail liquor licenses. Nothing changed for bar and grill licenses. So something for us to read, a lot of good reading material.
But right now,
And
we
proceed.
have more bar and grill licenses than we've given out anyway, right?
Correct.
By a bunch, but all of our retails were filled and now we have 2 additional retails.
Correct. And
Okay.
so I've also sent this on to the county attorney's office for review. But what I'm seeing is that this update is effective October 1st, 2025. So we can research and decide how you want to move forward.
Very good, thank you.
I have nothing further unless you have questions for me.
Thank you. Jesse?
Mr. Chairman.
Jesse, I'm just gonna say that your weather report scared me off of the mountain Saturday with my trailer because I didn't want to be stuck up there in 9 to 12 inches of snow and then it didn't snow. So it snowed about 2 inches up there, but anyway. But I was home.
You're
safe.
safe and sorry.
Safe, yeah. I was home and safe. My camper is still up there, but yeah. Okay. Thank you. Renee?
No.
Kimber?
Yes, good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Kimber Silver, Fairgrounds Director. Just wanted to let you know that we scrambled a little bit on Friday, but we were able to accommodate Sheridan County Search and Rescue with their training program. And so they came into the fairgrounds and did some rappelling off the grandstands and a lot of training. So it was really good. And I was glad to be able to provide that resource for them, and we'll probably do more in the future. And then just to let you know that I'll be attending the Wyoming Association of Fairs Conference in Douglas, Wednesday through Friday. So I'll be out of town, but I'll have my cell phone and be available for text or emails or whatever with that.
Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Kimber, I saw the pictures of the football team cleaning out the stalls.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. You put them to work. That's fantastic.
Well, the football team, Sheridan County High School, or Sheridan High School, does a program to expand the football player program beyond the field. And so they held a dance up at the exhibit hall, and in exchange, we said, well, good, we need some stalls cleaned after the Sugar Bars legacy sale, and they came up and did that, so it was really good.
Beck hasn't asked me to go dance yet. I don't know why.
Oh, my.
Yeah,
Thank you. Anything else for Kimber?
thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Eric?
Gillette maintenance. A couple weeks ago, it was brought up, the idea was brought up to place some security mirrors in varying places of the courthouse. So Jesse and I went through and we found 3 different styles that we think are going to work throughout the courthouse. And it was determined after talking to all of the departments that we'd need about 12 mirrors total. Cost about $1,000. I guess I just need to know if you guys want to do that or not.
Chairman, that sounds reasonable to me, and, at the requested departments, seems like a safe, good thing to do.
Cameron, do we have a means of where that $1,000 can come from, by the way?
Mr. Chairman, there is nothing currently outlined, so we would put it in a maintenance security type category, but it would require a budget amendment. At one point, we would go over by above $1,000. So I just need you to be aware, and that's the reason Eric's asking for permission.
So we can do it, and then as we get to that point, then we can do a budget amendment. That's how we can do it. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Any qualms with that?
Mr. Chairman, I would make a motion to approve the request for $1,000 in security mirrors.
Been so moved.
Second that.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I think for 12 mirrors and the security that would bring $1,000 is money well spent, so I'm in favor of it.
Agreed. Any more discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I'm gonna put a mirror opposite of the break room so the person comes out of there and isn't, that's happened to me about 10 times.
The area there wasn't discussed.
You just don't want to know.
Just look before you walk out of there with your cup
I
of
do,
coffee.
I don't like this.
Any more discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Robert?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Robert Gill, Sheridan County Airport Manager. I do have an item on the agenda tomorrow. It's an assignment of lease, same building that we've assigned a lease for a couple times here recently. So Bighorn Airways will be financing that building. So there will be a lease assignment to the bank as a security interest there. So, so that's on the agenda. And then I did schedule a public hearing for next Monday during staff meeting for the proposals received at 2618 Aviation Drive, the building I had an RFP out for. So it seems to be a lot of interest in that, so I'm expecting a couple people to comment on it. So, and that's all I got.
There will be a public hearing, but we won't make a decision at that time, right?
No, the following week I'll make a recommendation to the board for consideration.
Very good. Thank you. I looked at those 3 proposals. They're all very good.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman?
Go ahead.
Just a question, and you weren't at our last airport meeting, but there was some discussion about creating a committee to look at our agreements. with lessees out there and whether there was some language we wanted to update, either to make it more business friendly or not, and look at some other models that Robert had found. And Robert, I don't know, maybe you've already talked to Lonnie. I know, of course, he's not here today, but I didn't know.
I hadn't explored the ad hoc committee yet. It kind of had my hands full with the startup of the construction project and everything, but it's something I definitely want to jump back on for sure.
Mr. Chairman, just bring it back up again once Lonnie's back and we get past kind of these next big things.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Kelly? Kenny? Levi? Clint?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just report that we had 2 of the board training classes last week and about 15 participants between 2 meetings. And all of the boards other than, I think, the hospital board were represented to one degree or another. So I was pleased to see that.
Good, thank you. Cameron?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, sent out an email last week, talked about the joint meeting between City Council and yourselves. It acts like work session, discussion session, no action taken. The date that they're looking at is Tuesday, October 14th. I have heard back from 2 of you, just checking with Commissioner Siddle and Haswell if you're able to do.
I will not be here.
And I have a wildlife trust meeting in Moorcroft, so I will be out as well.
So again, these aren't, action items. It's been kind of a challenge to get dates with the City Council. Would you like to proceed? And then we will see how the next quarter goes.
I'd say go ahead as far as I'm concerned.
So just for clarity, the first one will be held at City Hall and then the next quarter will be held here. Okay, I'll proceed with Stu on that one.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman,
Go ahead.
Kent, are you developing an agenda ahead of time for that?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioner RC, this then becomes for Clinton and Ida. If there's only 2 commissioners and it's not a actionable item, I'm seeking guidance. Do we set up an agenda and formal minutes and everything else?
It never hurts to over-prepare.
So I will work with Stu on that one and then get that back to all of you, whether or not you're in attendance or not, and get that going. Okay. That's all I had, sir.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Jennings?
The only thing I had was I attended the board training by Clint, and a lot of great information. I really enjoyed going through it. In fact, there's a couple of things that I'll be looking into that I think we as a board might want to look at implementing based on that training. So I'll be putting that together and sharing it with y'all when I have it.
Very good. Thank you. Mr. Arzy?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay, I would just say that I will be out next week, all week, fulfilling the bucket list item next week. So yeah, I'm actually going to Maine to see the fall colors. Never seen the fall colors on the East Coast. My elderly cousin has a cabin there available, so yeah. Anyway, that's where I'll be next week, but I will still check emails and be available by phone if necessary. Mr. Haswell?
Well, I get to go to Rock Springs Friday, so almost the same.
Seen it. Seen it, yep. Okay, is that it? Okay, so next we have considered.
Mr. Chairman, I'm
Oh.
sorry. I forgot to let you know we have nobody signed up to speak today on the agenda.
Oh,
I had to give you that
okay.
sheet, just letting you know.
Thank you. Okay, so the next item is to consider the award of bid for purchase of a 2026 Ram 1500 from Sheridan Motors in the amount of $37,456 for the Public Works Department. I'll call on Mark Reed.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, Mark Reed again. Yeah, you've got the information there. I sent a memo out to you last week. Solicited bids for this half-ton truck for the Public Works Department Planning Office. I would recommend acceptance of the Sheridan Motors offer 37,456 for the 2026 Ram.
So it appears to me like that one has a full warranty as opposed to the used ones that were more expensive anyway.
Correct.
So probably seems like a pretty reasonable idea to me.
Pretty attractive.
Mr. Chairman, for
Go ahead.
the sake of discussion for the board, I would move to award bid to Sheridan Motors for the purchase of a new 2026 Ram 1500 in the amount of $37,456 for the Public Works Department and authorize the chairman to sign documents as required. Second.
Moved and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Yeah, Mr.
Go
Chairman, Mark, I wanted to clarify, this is the vehicle that we're using the interest money that we got from, if you could help me remember what that is. Interest. Yes, thank you. This is the vehicle we're talking about. Okay. I would agree, it's a really good price for brand
Good
new,
value,
so,
I think.
yeah.
Any more discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Get your order. Okay, and with that, at 9:41, meeting adjourned. Thank you.